First of all, let me tell you, I laid you a Purell. You see what it says on Chick-fil-A? They have a little dispenser there in the fast food section, and you can get you one of those. I've used these forever to keep in my pool bag because they're tiny. Just put one of those in your pool bag. If you got to the league play tonight and you got your stick out and you took a shot and you went, this is sticky, it doesn't feel good. I mean, I've had people say, where can I buy a glove? I don't know anybody using a glove or almost anybody using a glove. Here's the keys to having a good stick. First of all, if you will wash your hands with soap and water, go to the bathroom and wash your hands good. That'll get anything off of your hands. Secondly, then, we have these, and I've talked about them since I've met all of you. This is just a Scotch, I don't know if they call them Scotch Brite or Scotch something, but it's not a Brillo pad, and it doesn't have any soap in it. It's just a little scuff pad for, I guess, do pots and pans or whatever. But you can take this and even cut it in half and put this in your bag with that. And I suggest this, before you play, just wrap this around your stick and don't scrub it. It's amazing how quickly, I can show you here. This is just a house stick. If I just take this on here, you can hear it a little bit. It's amazing how much chalk is on your stick, my stick, and every other stick in the house, right? You see it flying in the air? That's off me. I rubbed it 3 times. There it is. Now you say, now I've messed up this. Do I need a new one? No, you do like this. And it's good to go. Turn it around, and that way you keep it slicky, slicky. Now, if you have a clean hand and you've done that, your stick's going to be, it'll be hard to keep it in your hand. It's so smooth, okay? But then periodically, I don't call that cleaning. I call this more in the maintaining. Use this to maintain on a regular basis before you start. Lightly go over your stick like this. And I got guys in here, if I did it on their stick right now, you couldn't see the green. There's that much chalk. You know how much chalk we use downstairs? Where does it go? Well, it goes on the table. When you chalk up and then hit the ball, the chalk leaves the tip. It either goes onto the cue ball or it just falls onto the table. The rest of it goes on your cue stick. And you get chalk on your hand from chalking up, and then you put your hand on your stick. It's amazing. Now that stick, just those couple of swipes, did real good. Now, when you say, I've got time at the house, and these are great. If you don't want to buy those Purells, I like those because they're like the emergency kit in your bag. But buy a thing of these at the house. Clorox disinfecting wipe. All it is alcohol. Take that wipe, and let me give you an example here. Does everybody know what the white part, the plastic part of the cue, the shaft is called? Ferrule. It's called the ferrule. And you see how dark that ferrule is? Well, when this stick came to Sun City, it had a white ferrule. All of your sticks have. Mike Moker has the cleanest ferrule for using his stick of anybody I know. But if you just take this little alcohol wipe, and go over your ferrule, and I'm doing this very quickly because we're taping, but look how much whiter that ferrule is right away. Well, if it's on the ferrule, where's it going to end up? On the shaft. So just keep it clean. And you say, what about if I get a little bit on the edge of the tip? That's good, because you don't need chalk on the edge of your tip. You just need chalk on the tip, right? So you do this. Now you clean this real good, and I'm going to show you. I just now use the Scotch pad, right? Now, remember, this does sound like a commercial. I just scuffed the thing, so it should have got it does. But this alcohol just really wipes it clean. Then what I suggest is quickly, at the end, take your microfiber, because you don't want to leave it wet, even though what does alcohol do? Goes away. If you set it there for a minute, it would be on it. But now you've got your tip, your cue, your shaft, your ferrule, clean and maintained. It probably takes 5 minutes. I'm going to tell you one other thing, and anytime I'm around, you can tell me. We don't have a screen up here where I could show you this, but this little gadget here has 100 phonograph needles all piled into a little circle. And I'm going to give you the example of this, and it is really important. How many times you hit the ball with the tip of your stick, if microscopically what you're doing is compressing the tip. You're wearing the tip. If you use English, you're actually going to wear the tip out. And the way you'll know that is if you don't have any lip, which this one's getting pretty thin. If you looked at my shaft, that sounds funny. If you looked at my shaft, there would be much more dark tip on it. You want some tip on it. But here's what happens. As you hit the ball, it gets tighter and tighter. And when it gets tighter and tighter, it gets harder and harder. And when it gets harder and harder, the chalk really can't get into the tip at all. All you're doing is laying a piece of chalk on top of a rock. And that's when the moment you hit the ball, it either comes off on the cue ball or on the table, right? This is called a pick, a cue pick. And when phonographs came out of style, some guy was smart enough somewhere in the world to buy up millions of phonograph needles and start producing this. It's a little brass thing. No, aerate your cue. Now when you put the chalk on it, the chalk actually gets down in the tip, which is where you want it, because that's more likely to stay on the tip than if you're putting it on a rock. Okay?
How often do you do this, Nick?
I told you, when I come into the pool hall, this scuff, I would do this at least, if you do it every time you're finished, you won't need to do it when you come back, because it's going to be clean when you come back. I would say after your match, and I'm going to put my stick away, I do this, just rub over it lightly, guys. It's not a sanding. You don't want to sand your shaft. You just want to lightly go over it, and that's just to pick up all that debris off the shaft. Okay? And then when you do your regular, I would do this maybe once a month. It's kind of like your car. If you wax your car regularly, it doesn't take long to wax it. But if you haven't waxed it since 1968, you might want to get a group together, because it's hard to do. When you maintain these things, it doesn't take long to do it, and it's so simple. So any kind of wipe, any kind of disinfectant wipe is perfect. This has no soap in it. It has no anything. It's just alcohol. And that's perfect for your shaft. Okay? Any other questions?
What happened to talcum powder?
Oh, that's like a dirty word.
Oh.
Talcum powder is the
That's your
worst.
name?
There's no pool hall that I play in the country right now where there's talcum. First of all, talcum is terrible to breathe, first of all. But it's everywhere. It ruins the pool tables. It ruins the floors. I've seen in our pool room where I come in and I see literally handprints on the rail where somebody's powdered up and shot. My point is, you said, well, so I'm just supposed to have a sticky hand? No, I just gave you the answer to the sticky hand. Now, let me tell you, there is something. I have a guy I play with in Fayette County, and he wears a glove. Do you know why? And this is real. Didn't know it till I knew him. Some people have sweaty hands. It's like a thing. I have. Have you ever shook somebody's hand and it's kind of wet all the time? That's actually a medical thing. And if he washed his hand and came out in the pool room, it'd be sticky again. If that were the case, you would wear a glove. But the powder is a no-no. We don't want powder anywhere. And if you knew it all these years, if I ever find any powder, all of a sudden it disappears. It just goes away, goes bye-bye. So don't leave your powder down there.
Where do you buy the area you sit?
These little guys.
No, area.
Oh, the pick. If you go, we got the magazine downstairs, all the different magazines. This is called a pick, P-I-C, I think is what they say. P-I-C-K. It's a pool cue pick. And they probably cost $2.
You can buy them on eBay.
You can buy them on eBay. You can buy everything on eBay, guys. Only thing I haven't found is a hairpiece that looks real. But other than that, you can find anything on eBay. Hey guys, I appreciate it. If you have any other questions, just ask me. Here is most people, including myself, because I keep the chalk in my hand. If you watch me, I chalk and then shoot. I don't even let the chalk down. But this is how most of us We lay the chalk on our shaft, and then we go round and round and round. That's how you get that dark ring around the ferrule. The way you're supposed to chalk is because, remember, you only need chalk on the hitting surface. Take the side, the part that nobody uses. If you look at our chalks down there, it's like the Grand Canyon with a rim around it. Take the rim and just go across the top of the chalk, the hitting surface of the chalk. That's the only chalk you're going to need. Because what are you going to do? You hit a couple or one, and you're going to re-chalk anyway. To scrub it around the ferrule, you're just making a mess for no apparent reason. Okay? So instead of just take the corner of the chalk and go across the tip, just like that. Now, everything I tell you, I'm just suggesting. Do whatever you want. I mean, you can eat some chalk. I don't really, it's all good.